whole warehouse is full of shit. What a joke, man. This guy is highly delusional.
We're going to figure out who he's talking to. This is why you just say no to drugs, folks. The messy miracle bench.
If it wasn't such a fucking ride, you would almost feel bad for the junkie.
Big C. How about that, Big C?
Big C's embarrassed to talk to you. He don't want to talk to your crackhead. You smoked that crack pretty quick, man. Would you just toke it up?
I'm going back to sleep. It is officially 8:07 on Channel 19 on your East Coast tri-state seaboard area. Do you know who the most talked about, most envied and feared man is on and off this mic? Your hole-in-the-wall sound king, often imitated, never duplicated. I say it just the way it is. Too many imitators, too many instigators, not enough initiators, and only one innovator breaking them down and cracking them up, sounding like that. Me and this 50-year-old stock mic.
You talking about enforcer? Are you talking about enforcer? Oh my God.
No, Big C, I was actually calling you to ask you if he was talking to you. I was trying to figure out who he was talking to. But anyway, Big C, I'm on the side, and it's your show.
Then talk some smack.
He was talking to you. He's talking to you. He's trying to put some money in your pocket for the past couple of months. You've been trying to put some money in your pocket. Plus equipment.
You know what's funny? I know the funny look on your Jamaican bearded up face right now. Stop that shit, dude. Believe me, they need all the help they can get to the end of that day, man. So I'm gonna let you try and shed a little encouragement. You're king of New York.
He don't want to earn money the legal way. He just wants to beg for it. He doesn't want to earn money the legal way and the old-fashioned way. He just wants to beg for it, solicit. You know what it would take for him to earn the money I'm offering him to show up at the Barclay? Forget about it. It would take him 6 months to earn that kind of money, maybe more.
In what lifetime or in what fight do you ask somebody to finish the fight you started? I don't know. It must be a homo thing. See, I'm a little confused here. Let me get back quiet, try to figure this out.
And right there in Brooklyn, right there, right in his neighborhood, right in his backyard.
I may have to bring him down here, man. I may have to go and pick him up and bring him to your gate.
Hey, yo, Mr. C, you know what's simply amazing for the viewers and the listeners? I never agreed to meet him at the Barclay, but he made 3 videos, right? He's trying to convince them he came to Utica Avenue twice and didn't make 1 video. And here I agreed to meet him. Oh, too funny. I got to figure this out. Hold on, let me go put some titles and descriptions to some gates over here while he's ghost talking.
Common sense got the best of him. He knows better. It's all right. You can talk to me over your super local. It don't matter. They already know the deal.
All right, goddamn it, this is how we're gonna do this. Birdman, show me the referee. You're in one corner. Stop it. Ding, ding, come out.
Hey, Birdman, what does he sound? Frustrated, desperate, or a combination of both?
Crush.
I don't know, but
Just when you thought one junkie was bad enough, right?
Alright, well, I'm going to sit back and see who he's talking to there, Brooklyn Bird. You got Big C on the channel. I don't know if he can hear you, but there's a couple out here and a whole shitload of sandbaggers right now. Sandbaggers and lollygaggers.
Oh, yeah, not one, but two junkies. Pay two for the price of one.
Oh, who's the other junkie?
You gotta love it, man. You can't make this shit up. That's one thing about this band. There's always fun, man. You always have wannabes. You always have pretenders out here. That's what makes this band so fun.
See, he talking to you?
I don't know.
That's why you love it, man.
No, not you, Bird. I know he's not talking to you. I thought maybe he's trying to talk to C. Alright, I'm going to sit back and figure out who he's talking to or explaining this all to. Hold on.
Just an imaginary girlfriend by the name of, what's her name? Sade?
Actually, she came into the world bearing the name Jeannie Pistone. I'll be back.
There you go. That's too funny. Just listen to those junkies. You gotta just say no.
Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? Ba, ba, ba. Oh yeah, the Sound King, man, this 50-year-old stock mic.
Time to get a job and stop getting high, you bum.
I got an excellent job. And you know what? It's even more excellent being suspended without pay. But I got an excellent job. Very excellent. I got the kind of job that most wannabes would kill to have, and just will never achieve to have. Damn, I missed that. I wanted to know what he was laughing at, or which was so funny. Besides him.
Suspended without pay. You're a clown, man. You're a joke. Everyone's laughing at you, man. They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you, you junkie.
Mr. Enforcer. You're supposed to be a man of government, right? When you have a presidential appointment, Mr. Enforcer, how does that presidential appointment end? When is it over? There's only two ways it could be over, but what are those two ways, Mr. 25 Below?
Well, first you gotta stop taking drugs, wake up and smell that sense of reality, then come talk to me.
Okay, so that's the answer to the question. The answer to the question is all that. I thought the question was, when you have a presidential appointment, when does that appointment end? Or how does it end? There's only two ways it ends. How are they?
All right, whatever you say, Richie, with your presidential wannabe appointment and your four badges, all right, whatever you say, man. Suspended for 20 years without pay. Whatever story you gotta make up. Come on. I'm sure people want to hear it. They need a good laugh.
Well, it's actually 17 years, to be honest with you. And if you'd like to find out about it, you're welcome to go to Chesterborough Police Department, because that's where the suspension came down. By the way, you can ask them how they got to shake hand, not with one, but two United States presidents, thanks to Jerkoff right here. So you can, when they want to tell you how that happened, man, while they're sitting there laughing at me, clowning you, and laughing, listening to you, they're like, "Madon, thank God Richie suspended because this boy would take this cat's head right off his shoulders." I'll be back, man.
Number 8. Chester Bow. That's where you have a couple of outstanding warrants, if I'm clear to understand, sir.
Well, you know, I should hope you be very clear to understand that if I had any warrants at a Chester Borough, New Jersey, I'm sure Chief Andre would call me up and tell me immediately.
Chief Andre, okay. And who is this? Is another fictional character in your psychotic mind? Chester. Chief Andre, okay.
No, sir. No, sir. To be honest with you, in the day of the parade, he was the lead car, and at that moment, he was sergeant. A couple of weeks later, he became lieutenant. And a couple of weeks after that, I told him he's going to be chief of that sound someday. You know who's chief today? I'll be back, man.
My clear understanding is the same town, Chester Borough, where you had your parade after you told the DOD 2 weeks prior to 9/11 that it was going to happen, and you gave specific details, photograph, airtime, direction, route, the whole nine. Am I clear understanding, sir?
Well, that would be all true if you're clear to understand that Nemesis Radio shut down approximately 9 months prior to the incident of 9/11. So I don't know what it is you're clear to understand, but I'm sure if you go through my video games, you'll get the details straight. If you'd like to know the intimate, intricate details, just ask the chief, the present chief of the Chester Borough Police Department. I'm sure I'll have no problem helping you out. He might start off with off the record.
I'm clear to understand, Richard, that you are highly decorated. What were you, a detective? What rank were you, Richard? Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, I'll say it for you again. I'll make it real clear to you to understand that I am a law enforcement official that possesses 4 different credentials. I'm going to tell you my first one where I started the career. I started at NYPD. What the other 3 are, you'll have to go to my video games. Do I have a presidential appointment securing those 4 credentials and those jobs? Yes, I do. What are the 2 ways out of a presidential appointment? I'm going to get back quiet now. I'm going to tell you one more time, Mr. Enforcer, how you read it or what you're clear to understand. I'm going to let you know. In Hollywood, it's Tommy Lee Jones. In the reality of the U.S. motherfucking A, it's Richie C. Don't fuck with the big dog. I'll be back. My coffee pot's gurgling.
You started with the NYPD. What precinct? Where did you, what was your first precinct you worked for? You worked at, I should say. And where did you graduate from?
Well, you know what? There's a guy out here that lived on the corner of the precinct I started my career at. Without me saying his name, maybe he'll key up and tell you what precinct that was. I'll be back.
Oh, he's probably another a delusional, fictional character in your mind, right? You got to make up someone. Okay, I got it. I got you, Richard. Just like you made up that you and Johnny got to come. You came here with Johnny, brought you to my doorstep, and you had your firearm fully loaded, ready to go to take my life. You're a funny crackhead. You are. You're very, how can I say you got high entertainment value?
That'd be an even funnier crackhead if you heard that and those lines in any of my video games. Oh, this is too funny. Yeah, my coffee pot's gurgling. Let me go get this, man. So much for going to sleep.
Your lips to my ears. That's where it came from. See, the problem is I don't record everything, every single minute, every day, every occasion, every conversation like you do. She said, I'm not obsessed with YouTube like you are. So I don't record everything. But that's what you said, man. You could deny it, say it never happened. That's what you usually do. But, you say something just to think you're going to get a reaction out of me, and, that was the result. You deny it all. But it's all good, Cracky. I understand. That's why you can't mix your drugs. You're going to do one drug, just do one. You can't mix it.
Mr. Enforcer, I would very wish not to deny any of that, considering I told it to you 2 or 3 times on Videogate. So, if you want to know what it's like to be a drug addict, go take a listen again. I believe it was the last 3 morning shows by me. Mr. Enforcer, just because you do not record everything, I do. You know why? For cats like you who want to try to tell the world what was said. And then when they go back to it, they just start laughing. But I guess today your 13 views, us being responsible for about 8 or 9 of them, are letting you know that. You got nobody behind you. Nobody listens to you. Nobody believes a word you say. The Big Money Here playlist is all they need to know on what Richie did to you. And you know what? I didn't even have to try that hard.
I might clearly understand this was never said. I'm just making this up. I don't think people are buying that, Richard.
You are very clear to understand that I did say certain things. You are very clear to understand that everything you said pertaining to it is not on any video gate where it is. With that, did I say that right? Never mind. I believe I said that right. Yeah, I got one out there. All right, I'll be right there. I'll be back in a minute. My upstairs calling me. I probably got mail or something.
No, that's your drug dealer. Go get that crack.
Nah, that's the old man, my landlord, while you guys say it's an old lady. Say hello, Ronnie. One more time. Stop trying to sound like Maddie. Say what's up, jerk-offs.
No.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen. The old man's got a little pizzazz about him, you know what I mean?
He'll be back. You gotta excuse Richie. He'll be back. You gotta smoke his crack.
You know, I don't think the man standing next to me would have given me a 5-year lease if he believed that one little inkling I was any type of crackhead.
Alright, so I'm clear to understand your landlord is not aware of your drug consumption. Am I clear to understand that, sir?
Well, I'll tell you what. Living under his roof, in his home, in one of his rooms for almost going on 5 years, if he's not aware of anything and everything I do, then something's wrong with him. He might be suffering from the same disease you got.
Well, you went from a woman to a man. I heard an old lady and I went collecting the rent, so I don't know where you get this old man from, unless that's a husband.
No, sir. No, sir. What you heard was another tenant in the house, a lady. See, the house belongs to a man called Mr. Ron. See, but he's got multiple rooms in this big old private family home on Doctor's Row. So the woman you hear is his ex-wife who shares one of those big rooms with her new husband. See, Richie got the whole basement of the dwelling to himself. But don't worry, Mr. Enforcer. You know, if enough video gate listening, you might get it straight. Maybe the video gate called Least Wishes will help you out there with that lease problem you're having.
So once you make it clear to the audience what's that, forget about all that with your lease and all. I'm not concerned about that. Let's let the audience hear what actually was said, being that you say I'm not saying it correctly or this is not what was said. Clarify it, sir.
Mr. Enforcer, they know the only way I could do that is to switch this table up and play those 3 video gates. Would you you know what? I'm going to do one better. You see this video gate I'm making right now that's 18 minutes and 35 seconds where you're real unclear to understand? I'm going to put the last couple of morning show links there and the actual time frames where I said these exact words, and we're going to see if it matches anything that came out your lips. Because I'm not going to lie to you. The Knights in the Round Table are laughing. Most of Brooklyn and Queens is laughing. And poor Johnny Iron Man's going to have a real hard time believing that story you told this morning in your video game. But hey, what can you do, man? That's just the way it is when you're scared, exposed, a true junkie, and don't know how to finish what you start. I can't get mad at you, dude. I mean, it's only normal.
There's not too many Johnnies out there, so, you know, if you said if it wasn't Johnny Iron Man, which Johnny was it? Because the sad part is I don't know any Johnny from the radio. I never met him. But you're still making up stories, regardless of what Johnny it is.
Oh, okay, all right, hold on. There's many Johnnies out there, and you're clear to understand that you don't know what Johnny I stated, but you felt it was your doing and your thing to label explicitly Johnny Iron Man because that's what you believe you heard. Yo, dude, you have the best set of lips on the radio. I'll be right back. My coffee pot's gargling.
That's not what I said. You're right. Richard. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that you're a pedophile and a junkie, you'd be all right. And a rat. I can't take that away.
Well, you know, all the people I rattled on here, they're backing you up. Everybody knows I'm your junkie buddy and I smoke all that shit with you. And last but not least, we just found out that my name is under your name on the Megan's Law list. My coffee pot's gargling. Hit rewind in case you're unclear to understand.
I never said you weren't any Megan list or anything like that. I just said you're a pedophile based on the video that you produce. Your own videos, of course. I'm not making up any stories or lies or allegations. It's in your own videos.
Most of everything that you dwell on, talk about, irritates you, crawled into your brain, yeah, it's my gates. Any information you got, my gates. You know what I really get horny? When I hear you trying to tell CK's war story like you were right there looking into my eyes yourself. You know, to me, yo, I busted a nut to that one this morning. I swear I'm not gonna lie. I busted a nut to that.
Am I clear to understand you bust a nut when I when I repeat things that come out of your mouth about me? Well, you're a sad homo, man. I knew you were a homo, but you're a sad homo. You actually admitted just now that you busted a nut after what I said to CK this morning.
No, sir. No, sir. I'll say it one more time. I busted a nut hearing you try to imply to the public and tell CK's made-up war story about what happens when you look in my eyes. Too funny.
Unbelievable, man. You are one sick cookie. But anyway, it's all good, man. So whoever character from Johnny Guy that you made up claimed that, you were here, he brought you here, and you made sure that you had your rod, your piece with you, your firearm, and it was fully loaded to come kill me. That was hysterical, man. I mean, the shit that comes out of your mouth in the last 4 years, but that has to take the cake, man. That was the icing on the cake right there, Richard. I know at the moment you were fucked up, man. You shot some new shit up, because I never heard you talk that reckless.
Well, let me tell you something, man. All joking aside, and make you real clear to understand, okay? You ready? Pay attention now, because I don't want to be misconstrued. Right now, I'm a civilian, just like you. And I can assure you that if I told you that I came to your house with a loaded gun and was squatting on you, waiting, I just broke 100 laws, including a serious terroristic threat. A felony at that. So, Mr. Enforcer, if you could find anywhere in my video gates that I said this, bro, then you know what? You deserve my position, my credentials, and my badges. Guys, I will be right back. I'm going to the coffee pot. No, the pussy in him got his tongue again.
You are one sad cookie, man. I'll pray for you, though, Richard.
I'm not sad, dude. I'm exceptionally good. And to the world listening around me, I'm more than good. To some, I'm an ace. To most, I'm a pro. To my DOD, the #1 reservoir dog. To you, I'm a comedian. You to me, one of my biggest jokes.
You are a comedian, and you are a joke. You're funny coming clean, man. I like that. The truth will set you free, man. I always told you that. When you're ready, just repeat what you told me about you coming here with a loaded firearm to blast me. You know, I'm sure the inquiring minds will want to know.
I'm sure it's on many video gates within the last 5 calendar days. Guaranteed. And I think it'll be real clear to understand. I know it's not real clear for you to understand. I know you swear it was your people.
And I would love to know what Johnny you were referring to.
Well, in case you're having a hard time understanding, go to your morning show video gate. Am I clear to understand you knew what Johnny it was this morning, but you don't know now? Lord have mercy. What kind of drugs? very clear to understand what Johnny was this morning in your own video gate, and right now you have no idea of that. That's definitely ADD, dude. I guess when he goes silent like that and doesn't have a reply, he feels I'm the big joke out here, huh? You know, it's more entertaining listening to you beg other people to help you finish your fight than it is for me to set you straight.
I've been sitting and listening to this shit for about a half an hour, man. About ready to go to sleep.
What's the matter? Don't you like all the truth and justice and all the justified truth Mr. Enforeskin 2-5 Blow is providing for y'all? Damn, come on, man. I gave you more credit than that.
It's like days of our lives. The same shit over and over and over again for fucking past years now. God damn it, come on. Can we move on?
I'm trying to tell you, this is the life of wannabe think they tough guy and gangsters when they cannot or do not know how to finish what they started. And they were clearly warned. Don't do it to yourselves. Don't do it. Don't do it.
So what are we going to call this? Days in New York, as New York turns. What's that? General New York? I mean, what should we name this show?
Well, somebody was screaming and yelling this morning, you think it's going to end? It's not going to end. Well, I told him 4 years ago how it's going to end, so let me reiterate because I don't want him saying that I said it different 4 years ago than I do today, okay? When his flesh touches mine, it's over for him. It's the last thing he does in this life. Did it end? It ends at that moment. And the other three, you know what's going to happen after that, right? Do I need to be self-explanatory? I mean, do I need to explain explicitly in detail what the other three positions are going to be when they're big, fat, tall, think their burly, whirly winner is down, gone, and forget about it? Oh! Come on, guys. It's typical. Typical. It's so cliche, it's unreal.
Now, let's name this one as New York turns.
Yo, all this does is make my first 2 video channels platinum. I mean platinum, bro. Platinum. I ain't loaded videos up on them damn 2 channels in fucking years, months. And yet, every month I go check how many hits they get. Over 1,000, 2,000 clicking hits. Every time these guys want to try to run their mouth, the beginning, what the fuck they talking about? Huh? Oh, well, we know where to find it. So, I praise the people who said, you know what, I heard it all so I don't have to, but for the ones who say, nah, I got to find out something. For those who put that little time and effort into, doing a couple that here and there, getting it chronologically, I commend you, because you are the people that are laughing the hardest, like I am. Alright, I'm going to sit back quiet and wait for Mr. Truth and Justice to collect his thoughts, find his manhood, and come back with some more drugged out bullshit.
I got hip boots on.
Gotta suck to be him, huh?
I'm telling you, I was on the 11th floor. I know it's going to get deep after I put hip boots on.
You know what I know about him? Breaks and bouts.